Hey, we going to watch The Boys today. This is my Frenchie impression, 2x6. Excited to check this episode out, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell to get notified whenever we got a reaction for The Boys up. And you guys know how YouTube works. Can't show the whole thing, so full-length, uncut watch-alongs where you sync up with the time code will be available over at our Patreon page. We cover a lot of TV shows over there, and I really want to give a special thanks to everyone who has gone and shown their support to us over at Patreon. All these new changes with YouTube lately, especially with what is in The Boys, it has meant a hell of a lot that you have gone and shown your support at our Patreon because, yeah, they don't really let you monetize much of these kind of things anymore. Secondly, I want to give a special thank you to Eric over at Nerd Chronic for editing these videos for us for YouTube, and he edits our watch-alongs as well. He edits for people like Movie Trivia Schmodown, a whole bunch of reactors, edited for us in the past. He edited my home videos. That's a dumb joke. Let's just watch this damn shit.
The Golden Girls.
I was alone in New York, turning tricks, begging for the scraps.
Damn, dude.
Like, just like Blanche.
Who you think kept me company?
Hey, thank you for being a friend.
So you're Betty White.
Oh, what a fucking question. Of course I'm Betty White.
Yeah, but she hasn't come after you.
Yeah, but that makes it so much worse. That means that she has some fucked up plan for me.
Yeah.
I need this trip out now.
I understand.
Or maybe she just put two and two together.
Maybe she saw you talking to him in broad daylight.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Woof. Going in blind, huh?
Oh.
It's fun.
Golly.
Oh.
Oh no.
Shit! I think you broke my head.
She goes softer on the white guys.
What do you want to do with him?
Oh no.
Never mind.
The justice system just doesn't work anymore.
This is gonna be gross.
On your phone all the time. It's like you can't even.
There's a
do
security
it
camera in the background.
Oh.
It really speaks to the deterioration.
Oh.
God-fearing.
Oh, you sick, twisted fucks. Oh, you sick, twisted.
Oh no, gross. Ah.
That easy, huh, Homelander?
Oh.
Good for him.
Man. These
Oh
two.
my god. Oh my god.
Here comes A-Train. What?
Oh no.
Buddy.
Right here.
What's up, buddy? Guess you don't need his help.
Oh, he's gonna recruit him.
Who's?
Our Lord and Savior.
Would you like a fresco?
Fresca.
What is it with the fresco?
I think it's like laced with drugs.
I hope so.
Like, does
the only way I can
Scientology
drink a
secretly
Fresca.
own LaCroix or
I
something?
hope real Fresca is laced.
Don't get cool. I never do.
The past.
Hey.
That sound effect means we're transitioning to the past. Sound design.
You're looking at 20 to 25 minimum. Or you can come work for me. But even more so for Cherie and Jay, I believe.
The other Golden Girls.
ADX Florence. The
ADX.
Supermax.
That's where all the really bad guys go.
Uh-oh.
She's from Colorado.
What kind of work do you do?
Putting together a team called The Boys.
So far, I have
kind of
two
like
other
a-
boys.
I'll let you surprise me wherever you want.
Storm Butt. Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god. Simp.
Oh,
He's
no.
simping for her.
Oh no. Oh no. He feels abandoned.
What a guy.
Oh wow. He like likes her, likes her.
Yeah. He got feelings, man. See, I'm on your team. Look at me. Look at me, Butcher.
Trust me.
I would love it if Butcher just shot her.
Just annihilate
Just
her.
like,
Yeah.
fuck up this whole plan, Butcher.
Oh, Jesus.
Or the security guard.
What's wrong with him?
Easy.
Oh, Jesus.
He murdered him.
Fuck.
Whew. Whoa.
Oh, it's a little tiny man.
Yeah.
Brother got a
Oh my God. Jesus.
What the fuck?
Is that the only byproduct for him?
No.
Well, I'm not doing any more of these stupid pet tricks until I talk to my sister.
He's pyro now.
Oh, Jesus.
He is pyro now.
Lamplighter.
Lamplighter.
Or Lamplighter.
How do you recognize him without a mask and a hood? Fucking Lamplighter, we have to kill him, of course. No, we can't.
First, we gotta find out what the fuck all this shit is. Come on.
It's literally an experimental soup facility.
I was gonna say.
Have you read a comic book, Frenchie?
Oh, God.
Don't blow, Frenchie.
Frenchie.
Look, Frenchie, just don't open your eyes.
Frenchie, chill.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, God, no.
no,
no,
that-
no, 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 no.
Oh shit, nah. Let's go for it, Frenchie. Let's see what happens.
Oh, no.
Oh, damn!
Do you remember that extra helping of Kraft? Shells and cheese that I snuck you?
Now's your chance to shoot him, Frenchie. shoot
like
him, shoot him. Shoot him.
Face off.
Who are your friends?
We ain't his friends. Boy, fuck is that?
Oh, no.
Incredible.
Just get out of here.
You need her on your team.
I was like, recruit her.
Oh, no.
Who is she? I love her.
Oh, this is bad.
Cindy.
Oh, damn.
So why don't we all just calm down and live through this motherfucker?
Oh, Jesus, no.
I mean, it's what they deserve, to be quite honest.
I'm gonna take my chances.
Please die.
Oh. No! Oh, God, no.
Oh,
Goes on his own face.
Oh, hello.
no. Marvin.
Easy does it, lad.
Ooh. Oh, bad. Oh, bad. Oh, bad.
At least the van is
Yeah, I was gonna say.
back to...
Aw, poor guy.
Butcher.
You all right?
Fine.
Ooh, no, buddy.
Huey! No, 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 no.
Oh, shit.
It's what brings them together.
Yeah, that is true.
Come on.
Come on.
So you're just gonna leave everyone else back there?
What about the others?
They're on their own.
Huey
Yep.
comes first.
Embarrassed.
I wouldn't be late to a date with Homelander.
I wouldn't have a date with Homelander. He
We
burned
just
it all.
started a fire. Oh my god, he overreacted.
Are you surprised?
I thought it was just the one trailer.
Why don't you see how your meeting went?
Oh my god. He's pathetic
Hold
now.
on, let me.
Catching feels, yo.
Come on now.
Dude.
Why would you need to explain anything to me?
She's like, maybe I made a mistake.
I realized what I was getting myself into.
I think A-Train sabotaged me my entire career.
What?
And you do think you're better than me. And I fantasize about drowning you over.
You're a man in seven-figure debt, a heart condition, and in heavy withdrawal. Do you really think you have the luxury to get up and leave?
Everyone has the luxury to get up and leave at any fucking time they want. That's just the bottom line.
I don't need your stress test, all right?
You sabotage your own career, dude.
I'm like, dude.
Yeah,
I didn't even.
behavior.
Wowie. Even Mallory has a bit of. He looks like Oliver Queen.
He does.
Don't let him out of your sight.
Leave him alone.
Uh-oh. It's gonna go kill children.
Don't.
And you just signed your death warrant.
This is some kind of a scam?
If I wanted to boost some wheels, it wouldn't be a fucking Hyundai.
Put it down.
Whoa!
She killed him.
Oh, he's bleeding.
Did you really?
Yeah, cauterize that guy's head.
Oh.
Oh, buddy.
Bill it off. I don't know why I went there.
Propofol. Some other odds and ends, I'll make a knockout bomb.
Oh! Hell yeah.
How do you know that?
Because it's a show and that's what they normally do in TV shows.
That whole thing about the
911,
Xanax
I have
bomb
a
earlier.
tip for you.
You murdered innocent children. Shut up. You watched them burn alive. Trying for their mama. If that's not an animal, then what is, huh? I didn't know.
Oh.
I didn't know that you were gonna be in that bed. He was supposed to be your boss.
Ooh.
Why didn't you stop me?
Good question.
Huh.
Odd.
Oh, French.
Maybe he froze up.
Come on. Come on with me.
Oh, he died?
Stay with them.
Why do you want to go? Go.
Take him to the hospital.
After all these years, man, I want to let you off the hook.
What makes you think I want to be let off the hook?
Does that lighter say? Oh no! Don't you harm him.
What is that?
Is that a dick? Is that the guy?
Is that the guy's
the crazy dick?
No, it's not.
Oh, no way!
No.
Welcome home, brother Charles.
It totally is.
Oh my god. No! No!
That's his fucking dick.
Don't be so close-minded.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
poor
No.
him.
God. So bad. How do you defeat this person? What could he possibly do? Ooh. Oh, just send in Stormfront.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
God, they're leaving us.
Oh, Jesus, no. Oh, no.
Tell the boys I love them.
I'm going to show that to Homelander.
Hey, dude.
You were part of it.
And this is our out.
I don't know what's good to move.
I don't know who you are
You're
anymore.
kind of a monster as well.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're
pretty
You're a
obvious.
monster.
It's pretty
This
obvious.
is a revelation for her.
Tell Butcher about the thick penis around your neck.
Why isn't this man restrained?
No need, I wanted to
I
come.
don't want to hear a single goddamn word from you.
What? I feel like Mallory's gonna get killed right now.
Don't.
Oh.
You'd be doing me a favor.
Why the fuck would I want to do that?
All you've been doing is ending his torment.
What exactly are you proposing we do with him?
Grandmother.
My daughter. I was born in 1919 in Berlin.
I am Adolf Hitler.
are you with?
Heinrich Himmler. He was a lovely dancer. And that's Goebbels.
Oh God, she's a Nazi!
This bitch is crazy!
We are in a war for the culture.
Oh.
Wow.
The other races are grinding us down.
Oh, damn.
But we can fight back. With an army of supermen, millions strong.
Except A-Train.
And you will be the man who will lead us.
Wow.
He does look like the perfect Nazi.
I mean, he does.
And now neither of us has to be alone ever again.
Don't fall for it.
Except for when I go to see my social people. Oh, Jesus.
How could they do that? Mute it!
Crap! Damn it, Homelander.
Did she escape? Yes, Cindy!
Cindy!
Oh, Cindy, no.
There's a Golden Girls song playing,
Being a
guys.
friend.
No, this is Billy Joel.
Sarah Boyd directed this.
Hey.
Wow.
The Boyds.
Alright, so this episode was bookended by Homelander and Stormfront getting it on, and then they arc into getting it on.
But with a deeper foundation than they got it on the first time.
Wow, starting up a race war. You know, it's like, I think we all sort of saw that coming in a sense with Stormfront. That seemed to be pretty apparent that that's where it was headed.
Yeah.
We got some more backstory. She's really old. She's very old.
Yeah.
She's really old.
What, she's 101 now?
You know how Homelander was able to have this kid who inherited the suit power? How come her kid wasn't able to inherit that? That's too bad.
That's a good question.
Poor little Nazi child.
Poor Nazi Stormfront. She might not have been this way if she just had a child.
But man, those two having a kid, that'd be crazy. Homelander's just such a child, man.
Such a narcissistic child.
Such a child. I didn't know what reaction he would ultimately have, but yeah, no, makes sense. He looks like the perfect Nazi boy.
And he's easily seduced by power and by status and by, you know...
Being admired.
Yeah.
And so, she said all the right things.
It's
so
like,
smart.
I was sitting there wondering, like, oh, maybe he'll turn. Maybe he'll make some kind of unexpected flip because he's not like a full-on race. But no, he doesn't really care about people at all, does he?
No, man. Poor guy. Well, not really.
Homelander? Nah, no poor Homelander. Maybe a poor Lamplighter, but even then, probably not.
Oh god, that was crazy. I can't believe. Well, we'll just have to see the next. It's crazy how the stakes seem so contained and personal at the beginning of the season. And now we're on the verge of a race war.
I don't know how they wrap this up in 2 episodes.
Well, they're greenlit for season 3 already.
Okay.
And they even got a prequel or spinoff happening too, right?
Yeah, like what the Supes do when they go to superhero high school or whatever.
So, okay, cool. Why not? Let's get going there. But the real heart of this episode, it seemed like what the central heart of the episode was actually Frenchie's storyline.
Yeah.
Which was cool to have early on in other reviews of this series, especially with season 2. I think you and I have kind of been on the same page of finding it a little bit not so impactful and a little bit lackluster. This time around, they really managed to, actually give him some real backstory, which not only gave a backstory to him, but give a backstory to the early formation of the group between Mother's Milk and Butcher, and then this infusion of Lamplighter along the way. It's a pretty, if anyone has a clear-cut character arc in this episode, it's him. He has a whole dialogue, a whole explanation, where even Kimiko was like, maybe I will kiss you now.
Now
Mallory's
that you've completed
here.
your arc.
Yeah.
Now that you've grown as a person.
Now that you're willing to let me go. But yeah, that was a really good character. I thought what they did with this character in this episode is probably, it's
The best he's been.
the best he's been the whole series. Yeah, the entire series.
In terms of the writing, and I liked how they partitioned those things out through the episode too. And it's funny because this season, each time I've had a complaint, it usually seems like the next episode it gets addressed. And I remember kind of thinking like, man, it would be nice to get some character on Frenchie at some point.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, this episode kind of proved to be that. And I hope it's not just building up to like he's gonna die next episode.
I feel like he's gonna die. It seems,
I feel like it'll be Mother's Milk who dies, not Frenchie.
Oh
No! See,
really? But he has to get home to his wife. That's been his whole motivation for 2 seasons.
Don't Sophie's choice me. But I was really happy to see that actor get something to work with who plays Frenchie because I like him a lot, and I feel like a lot of my endearment towards Frenchie has been
the performer.
And so like to have some actual rich writing for him was really nice.
It helped make that repetitive storyline they've been doing with him and Kimiko suddenly feel earned.
Yeah, it makes sense now.
Because there was a point where it was like, I get it. This is all you're doing with him.
Yeah.
But then here you're like, okay, yeah, that whole backstory makes a lot more sense. I really like the contained storyline that they had here of just breaking in to this experimental facility, these test subjects, you know, and it's a very comic booky. I haven't read the Boys comics, but it is a very comic book trope to have some facility like that, whether you're containing all your soups here or you're experimenting, trying to figure out.
Did they do that in Glass?
Yeah, in Glass. I do it in like literally almost every comic book thing I've ever read.
Especially now.
Yeah, and but for what they're doing, it adds more weight to the bigger development of what Vought is really all about, and then to the mystery of with Compound V being out in the open, what more they be doing, because like what Lamplighter was talking about. I really do find it funny how my image with Bobby with him, with Sean Ashmore, yeah, my image with him is so associated with Iceman, and then they make him essentially Pyro here in this episode. Yeah,
totally. I thought he did a good job on the performance side. I thought he brought a lot to that character, even though we've only just met him and he only had a handful of scenes and whatnot. He left an impression on me, which I appreciated.
Well, they set him up in a way where you just think he's going to be full-on villain. He's just going to be a baddie, and then even the way his dialogue was progressing in the first half of this episode. Oh God, is he another racist? You know, like you look like you could be.
But then you see and you're like, oh, so you were at the height of Vought fame for a while doing your movie things, and now you're like even worse than a janitor. You're like burning, human evidence.
Sometimes an arc like that scene that he had with Mallory, I can probably sometimes feel a little dismissive towards. However, I think the fact that he didn't rat them out to Stormfront made me go, okay, all right, you know what? All right, we'll give him a little chance. We'll give him a little chance. He clearly wants a little bit of a change, and he wanted to die. Yeah. So, you know.
So now he's going
to
suffer living.
You murdered some children.
People do that every day.
Who doesn't murder kids? No?
Who doesn't murder a kid once in a while? The best of us.
In terms of that facility storyline, though, I thought that was really cool. You're looking at all these other soups. Cindy, am I right?
Hey.
Cindy. I'm excited for Cindy.
It's just the ultimate power. That's the ultimate power. How can you defeat that? I mean, Stormfront just showed up, but I feel like if she
was like poorly timed with that,
Oh man, what a badass! Oh, but the whole thing with gotta watch the words here, because YouTube's been extra strict apparently these days. But with the extra sausage going around.
Oh my gosh.
And it's funny because, you know, like tentacle power ability. When they're looking at the security cam footage, that's all I thought it was. And that's what I thought it was originally. I think it's when you said it. Yeah. You said, what is that? And then it's suddenly like, oh no.
It's the member.
It looks like those giant worms. I was like, what the heck?
It's like a Lovecraftian thing, and then suddenly you're like, no, it's not.
It's got one eye. We need all the different like metaphorical.
That was so funny.
I mean, it makes me wonder what the purpose of that power was.
I know what.
Because I thought it was interesting because it's interesting to me that, you know, you see a lot of superhero things now kind of cross-pollinating, because partway through the hospital sequence, they said something about, like, we're trying to stabilize Compound V, you know, and on adults, you know, you might get a good power, you might get a crap power, you might explode. And I was like, oh, this is Project Power.
Yeah.
And so, but I do appreciate the just, you know, level of integration they put it with this world, you know. I mean, it's not the most original idea hiding inside of this mystery compound, but it did make for both fun in terms of what other messed up powers in the world of the boys might exist, and also it made for a pretty tense, you know, set piece for them to all get some info out, but also introduce a new character, etc.
I wish we had seen this compound before this episode. I know it's mentioned briefly in that email, but I feel like this is such a big deal. It could have been like hinted at before, or now I feel like it's just a big plot point of, look, suddenly there's this thing that no one in the Seven knows about, not even Homelander.
So you kind of feel like it was a little left field, that there could have been a little bit more of an extra build.
Yeah.
To like, what is this thing?
Maybe it's the way because there's shorter episodes, like there's not as many in a season. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it feels like it could have been more instead of, oh, here you go, here's this place that houses these people.
And I guess, I think maybe, I don't know if it has anything to do with this, but I did find myself surprised that, the metaphorical poop hit the fan so quickly upon arrival. Like, I didn't expect things to pop off kind of upon entry.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, I'm still chewing on that, because on the one hand, I'm like, oh, maybe props for just going for it and not overstretching it, but I can also kind of see where you're coming from too, so I'm jury out on that.
At first I was kind of questioning why Stormfront has so much like power in this situation, like why she's the only one who knows about this, but if she had a relationship with the man who created it in the first place.
And why she's able to walk around and do things that are obviously counterproductive to Vought's marketing at the very least, It makes sense that she has some kind of status-based immunity almost.
And it seems like that's not just an act now. All that stuff about like making fun of the fame side of being a soup. Now it seems like there's a genuine place that she was coming from. Even in that scene that she had with with Homelander, she seemed like she was being very sincere.
I think this is the first time we've seen her afraid. There were instances where I was like, oh, she's clearly scared of him.
Yeah.
And using all the cunning she has to get him back under the thumb.
Yeah, man.
Because even though she's like way smarter than he is dangerous partly because he's so volatile and so thick.
That storyline that they had there with Butcher and Starlight and Huey, I liked getting some actual scenes and interactions between Starlight and Butcher, specifically.
I know. Fucking kids. Where's Lamplighter?
Where's Lamplighter?
Where's
Lamplighter when you need him?
Could have done some good in this world, Lamplighter.
Christ.
And that storyline with Butcher, Huey being knocked out, and Starlight. I mean, there's been such a build-up to having some type of dynamic actually forming between Starlight and Butcher. It's because he was always like, no, man, no, she's all right. She's cool, man, she's cool. I like their scenes and their interaction together, and I wonder if there's going to be any weight to the character of Starlight of murdering that guy.
Just, okay, get in the car, drive off, it's fine.
It's like murdering that innocent person. There's something that kind of rubbed me the wrong way on that. Because I know that the boys they're good guys, but they're also like anti-heroes in a lot of ways. They're not like super good guys, but they're still the heroes. And at the end of the day, that guy was truly an innocent human being. He has a family.
She could have been like, I'm Starlight, don't you recognize me? Like, we need to get out of here, this guy's... Like, she could have used that to her advantage.
I think that would cause problems if she did that, though.
What I'm saying is I don't think the show didn't do anything to represent a gray area here. Like, she had this dialogue with Butcher where she was explaining the way she feels about it, and I got it. Them having a bit of a mutual respect, because that's kind of the mentality Butcher would have, that makes sense to me. And the way she's evolved into the kind of character she is, that makes sense to me. But it also made me feel like, whoa, Starlight, you just kind of seem like a really cold-hearted person now,
I couldn't tell in the editing of that scene if they were trying to imply that, like, she was trying to stop him, and because the car was there and there was power, it turned into something way more than she intended, or if she knew that was going to happen and she intended to blast him and just blasted him too.
I think it was an accident. Like, she seemed like she took it too further than she wanted to.
Yeah, but there is something maybe in that just execution of the action maybe that squashes some of that impact or something.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll see how it plays out. I like the scenes with them. I like when they're making fun of Huey together.
And I even like the scene where they're trying to calm the one guy down and we're not sure if he's going to freak out on them or not with the shockwave and all that stuff.
I mean, I was on that guy's side in so many ways. It's funny to me how Huey was the start of The Boys, the show, and he is by far the least interesting character. Like, he is quickly, I'm like, I don't mind if you just have him knocked out for 2 episodes and just go to a season finale at this point. Let Starlight and Butcher bond. Let them have that. I enjoyed watching them bond way more in the hospital than
them bonding over
Huey being like finicky and stuff. Like, I liked Huey's moments in the last episode, but this was like really gripping, and the dynamics of Starlight and Butcher I thought were way more engaging than Starlight and Huey at this point. But the stuff with the Deep and A-Train, I still think A-Train's gonna end up helping out Starlight and Huey. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I don't know. I'm in the middle of you both. I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna help them, but I don't know if he's gonna do stuff for the Seven either. Like, I don't know.
I think he's gonna be pulled into the storyline with the Deep and this clear. But once again, we only have 2 episodes left. What the hell are you gonna do?
But that could continue. I mean, like, season 1 flowed pretty straight into season 3.
And then they finish it immediately with the exposing compound rape.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, it's like they've been doing such an. Like, whenever they cut to the stuff with the Deep, I do find that stuff really interesting. I want to kind of relish here, and I want to be here for a while. It's a really short part of each one of these episodes, though, now.
Yeah.
Getting to meet the leader, and then that confrontation, and apparently the Deep's resentment feelings towards A-Train, which kind of came out of nowhere to me. I was like, what? I never associated A-Train at all for sabotaging what you did. I enjoyed that scene. And I find it all very intriguing, and clearly the Deep is also part of, like, it's one of those groups where you try to recruit people. So he's clearly doing he can't help you. Nah, never mind. He's doing his recruitment tactics. I'm curious to see where it goes, but yeah, I'm actually with you on, well, we got so many other things going on right now. We got a gazillion other things going on, and this is a little thing they're building. Is this gonna pay off in the end, or is it going to ultimately end in a way where they're setting it up for something bigger for season 3?
I guess that's where I would be leaning right now, because it is, mostly to me, it's very intriguing. I like the, commentary it's hinting at, but for a lot of this season, at least, it's been mostly, an excuse to do some comedy for the episode, or to, introduce a more humorous aspect, because the Deep is such a punchline character and he's so pathetic.
Yeah.
So I could see this. I mean, they're building up this Alistair guy, and I'm sure that he is going to be a figure of some sort in this world. I wouldn't be surprised if, that kind of cracked open further in season 3, perhaps.
Yeah. Especially why he thinks he has such an in to the Seven.
Yeah, I'm like, you promised the people their spots back. But, like, they're pretty much just firing A-Train. Like, what are you gonna do?
And then, even though some of the jokes and the social commentary I really enjoy, and it's that stuff that I find clever, I think I've decided I really don't like the character of Maeve. I don't like her.
I think she's a hypocrite. I don't buy her motivation. I don't buy, what is this releasing the tape? You look just as bad. You look just as bad.
Since day 1 with this show, I feel like there was maybe a scene in season 1 where she got like a slightly cool moment, but I can't recall. She has just seemed like a weak, fragile character to me. The way they've written her, it's something where I'm like, I just don't care anymore. I don't care about you. There's nothing about your character that I find really all that redeeming. I know she was there as an emotional support at times for, like, she's just a character who just seems so damn emotional, but I never really get the sense of that's why you're on the set. Even the Deep, as how horrible of a person as he is, he occasionally has a moment where you're like, it's pretty cool what you could do, though,
I saw how you got this role.
Even he has that. But with her, the way they use her in this show, I don't find her character to be clever, intriguing, smart. She's just a sad person, and that's all she really is.
I don't care about her. I don't care about her motivation for this. I don't care about her motivation to protect Elena. I don't care about any of it. Okay, this, to me, you're gonna die. That's what this is telling me.
And she made 2 dumb choices in this season already. She has the call. I cannot get past that. How she had she called Elena in the middle of the conference room where the 7 come together, and then she hides the most important secret evidence that she wouldn't even want Elena to find.
Yeah.
Like, next to her phone. where
plugged into her phone.
Plugged into her phone.
Clearly, this is where...
Like, keep that safe. Keep it secret.
Elena was like, I need your phone. She beelines to where Maeve keeps her phone. And she just has it there. Who wouldn't want to look at this? Like, look at how fascinating this piece of information is.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me me like that. Are you delusional?
I'm not a fan of, like I said, it's all the stuff that they do around her character that I like.
Yeah, I really feel like they could do something like they're using her character for commentary, obviously, on how we handle LGBTQ inclusion, but at the same time, I feel like they could make more of an impact with that character by truly subverting the fact that often characters in that position, like bi and lesbian characters, are just not often given real characters on TV. As much as I admire a lot of the periphery, like you said, I think if we got some real character stuff with her and delved into her glory on the Seven, her downfall from there, etc. Like, we get a pretty good portrait of that for a lot of the other members who are focal, and for as much attention and as much importance as we placed on her, every time she pops back up, I'm always like, oh, that's right, Maeve.
Yeah.
Even though she is part of, in that first season, the most horrific event to me of that entire season.
She's built up as number 2. She's the number 2 in the Seven. But how?
There's nothing about her that's likable, to put it like plain and simple. I can't tell you what's likable about her.
It seems like most of her character is, look, she's got this girlfriend she wants to protect.
Yeah.
And we all understand that motivation, but again, it just turns them into less than full-fledged characters for me.
She's just not, something about her just lacks a compelling layer to me.
And every time she meets with somebody like A-Train to like connive, I'm always like, oh, maybe this is it. Maybe we're gonna see her actually, grow some spine and really stand up and have an arc this season. And I'm still waiting on it. And now my one hope is that because I'm complaining now, they'll do it in the next episode.
I'm hoping like she's gonna do something freaking awesome, right?
Next episode's gonna be the Maeve
She's gonna do something, right?
like I take it all back.
There's so much build up to like her finally doing something that makes her character seem a little cool.
Because like right now, I'm as much as like the whole thing could be better. I find Elena more interesting than her.
Yeah. Well,
I feel so bad for you.
Maeve is so whiny and like.
That's what I mean.
She's like, oh, what did you find out? Oh, tell me now. I'm like, it's so needy and whiny, and you're supposed to be the number 2 of the 7. Grow up.
And I want to make it clear, I actually don't think it's the actress at all.
No.
It's not the actress. I really think it's the writing of Maeve. It's like, they know how to write female characters. Like, Stormfront's really interesting. Starlight's more intriguing than freaking Maeve. Elena's more interesting than Maeve.
I know, that's the problem. Yeah. She's in a tough position. I'm like, I'm worried for her.
Yeah, so they know how to do it. I just...
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I'm not even concerned if Homelander kills Maeve. I'm more worried he's gonna kill Elena.
At this point, I'm like, I feel like Maeve might just get killed off and all this will be for nothing,
I sure hope not. I mean, I now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, Elena's probably gotta die, and then Maeve will become a character.
Yeah. Hey, that's the situation we are in. Mm-hmm. Jesse T. Usher. The guy who plays A-Train. Is he the guy in Shaft?
Dude, he's the guy in Shaft.
He's the guy in the Shaft reboot. I just see his name on the background here. And he's the guy in Shaft.
I was trying to figure out what
Oh, damn.
Not bad.
I just remember that actor being like, oh, he has the Usher as his last name. All right, guys. Well, ending on the complaint. The boys.
Yeah, the best for last.
Everything else, if there's 10 storylines in here, 9 out of 10 were pretty solid. All right. Well, what'd you guys think of this episode? Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. Make sure to check us out on Patreon. Last but not least, Patron of the Day shout out. Back to the office to shout out Victoria Huntley. I know I keep making all these jokes about you and your fiance cosplaying, all right? But I got another one I gotta do, considering it's the boys. With the recent events of how the boys have turned out, I think it's only fair that I suggest that you and your fiance cosplay. You as Stormfront, and he as A-Train.
Oh, that's right.
No, Homelander.
Drugs, heroin. Let me relive that whole scene from season 1.
Could laser you.
He can light your lamp with liberty and make you feel translucent.
I really thought this joke would go a lot stronger.
Further. But no, just laser each other's
it's not
tits.
going well at all. We can't say that word.
Man boobs.
Pectorals. The video's gonna demonetize because of the language, apparently.
Oh, really? I mean, family friendly.
You gotta pay attention to the YouTube stuff, man. That's bad.
Are we age restricted now?
Yeah, did you hear about the new?
I read the age restrictions thing.
Yeah, we're been hit by a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Victoria.
Do him in the butt.